In this video, we're going to show you how to properly unbox the brand new rear drive 3SCORE Etrike. First, we're going to remove all the packing material. Here we have the 3SCORE seat with backrest, the rear fenders, the front fenders, the rear basket, and the front wheel. We recommend cutting all the tie wraps before removing the Tricycle from the box. Now we start cutting all the tie brakes. Now we start removing the seat with backrest. I love this seat. I love the color. I love the 3SCORE logo here. Remove all this protection, all this wrapping protection. This is the front fender. You lift the Tricycle and then you pull out the front wheel. This is the front wheel. This is the disc brake, and attached to the spokes, we have the front wheel axle. We will use it later in the assembly process. We are ready to pull the Tricycle out from the box. We hear our audience and our customers, and they were asking to find a way to remove the Tricycle from the box by one person. You pull the Tricycle up, and you can locate it here at the edge of the box. And then you can block the box. You can use your foot. We added a new feature that is the kickstand. So you can set the kickstand and just release the Tricycle. A lot of people ask me if they can move the Tricycle while it's folded, and the answer is yes. What you cannot do is to move backwards because the pedal will hit the frame. If you want to move forward, just pull the Tricycle up and start walking, and you're gonna be ready to the airport. Now let's continue removing all the protection from the Etrike. And now let me introduce the brand new 3SCORE metallic silver. I love this color. Let me show you what is in the rear basket. First, we have the cable lock, the charger, the front basket support, the mirrors, and the phone holder. And here is the luxury black box. Let me show you what is inside. First, you will see that wet under it, that when it comes to Etrike, you single us out. Then you will have your key here. You will have your 3SCORE box, the pedals, front basket support, 3 different Allen keys, and 2 branch. Now we're going to show you how to unfold your 3SCORE Etrike. First, remove any obstruction in this area. Hold the handlebar while start unfolding the Etrike. After you finish unfolding, secure the frame using the latch. Now we're going to install the handlebar. We're going to use a number 5 Allen tool to lose this screw right here. Then we're going to pull the stem up, and we're going to try to set an angle between 50 and 60. Then when we find the desired position, we start to tighten the screw again. Now we're going to use a number 4 Allen tool to loose these screws right here. Open the stem to insert the handlebar. Relocate this piece with the brand in this direction. And start reinserting the 4 screws. Remember that you can set the angle of the handlebars depending of your needs. You can start here, or you can go in this position, or you can go further. Now it's time to relocate the color display. Now we're going to assemble the front wheel. First, we remove the front wheel axle. Now we're going to prepare the front wheel axle. First, we remove the spring on this side, and then we're going to insert the front axle inside the front wheel. Remember, we need a spring in both sides of the front wheel. We insert this spring, and then we start tightening the front axle. And we can leave some space right here to insert the front wheel inside the fork on the Tricycle. We're going to secure the front wheel. So we start tightening the nut on the right side. Fix this lever to fold and secure the front wheel. After we finish the front wheel installation, this is how the front wheel should look. Now, if you need to align the front wheel and the handlebar, use a number 5 Allen tool to loose these screws. Hold the front wheel with your legs and try to align the handlebar and the front wheel. When you finish and find the correct position, readjust and secure both screws. Now we're going to prepare the Etrike for the installation of the front fender and the headlight. First, we check if the front fender base is aligned with the front fender. If not, we find the correct position and then we tighten both screws. Now we're going to install the front fender. We set the front fender from behind the front wheel and we approach the front fender hole to the fore. Okay? After we set this position, we align both fender supports to the small screws on the front wheel. We prepare this screw right here with the washer and we align with the headlight and insert the screw right here through the hole. This is a pressure nut, so you need to use the wrench tool, and after you finish tightening this nut, you will be able to set the headlight. Let me show you. Push forward the screw to be able to hold the nut. You will set the headlight there and you finish tightening the screw. Now we move to the front fender support. We tighten the front fender base. After we finish all the 3 screws, we start setting the correct position for the front fender. Let me show you how. We pull up the front fender, creating a space between the fender and the tire. When we find the correct position, we use the wrench to hold the nut in the back and start tightening this screw back, and then align the headlight and finish tightening. Now we're going to install the front basket support. We're going to follow the small arrows to install the front basket support. The first step should be remove all 4 screws from the Etrike. After we finish the front basket support installation, we introduce the main cables inside the front basket support. Remember to not introduce the brake cable inside the front basket support. We remove the 4 screws that we had here. We are going to install the front basket and we're going to use this extra reinforcement for the front basket, and we will set the front basket here in the highest position to avoid that the front basket touch the headlight. Slide the front basket to the highest position and push forward with your left hand and try to insert the nut with your other hand before tying it with the wrench. Holding the nut in the back with the wrench, start tightening the screw. After you find the correct position, you can continue adding the other 3 screws, but remember, it's very important to have a space here between the front basket and the headlight. Okay, this is very important. So always slide up the front basket and align all 4 screws in the highest position so you can avoid touching the headlight. This is how the front basket should look with the extra support and the front basket support, everything tightened up. Now we're going to install the front basket lid. First, we set the lid in this position right here, and then we start inserting the screw and the washer. Now we're going to install the rear view mirrors. First, we install the mirror braces. We set the position on the handlebar. Just tie a little bit and then introduce the second one. Use the Allen tool to finish tightening. Now we're gonna do the same with the other one. After we finish setting the mirror base, we introduce the mirror and then we tighten the mirror, and when we find the position, finish the process tightening the nuts. Now we are going to install the phone holder. First we install and set the handlebar protection, then we open the phone holder base. Over the handlebar protection we set the phone holder base. You have to be careful with this washer to be here in the upper position, and then we start tightening the phone holder base. We are going to install the phone holder itself. We introduce here, and then we tie the knot to fix the phone holder position. We need to unlock on the side and push it down to introduce our phone. And then if we are fine with the position, we lock on the side to avoid any accident with our phones. If we want to remove the phone, unlock, open, and remove the phone. Now we're going to install the seat with backrest. First, we open the seat clamp. We introduce the seat post inside the seat tube, and we can set the seat with backrest below our hip. When you find that position, close the seat clamp, fix it there, and that's it. Push this button and you can adjust the height of the kickstand. If you want to set the kickstand, lock it with your foot and then move backwards. If you want to release or remove the kickstand, lock it with your foot in the front of the kickstand and move the tricycle forward. Now we're going to show you how to fold your Etrike. First, we set the kickstand. Then we align the pedals like this. After we pull the locker and open the lever. We set this position on the front wheel and start folding the tricycle. To unfold the Etrike, try to move backwards. Try to remember to set the front wheel like this, and then when you get to this position, straight the front wheel and close it and secure the frame, align the pedals and remove the kickstand, and you are ready to go. Now we're going to show you how to turn your Etrike on. We switch the ignition on and then we hold the power button for 3 seconds. Then you will see the 3SCORE logo in our color display. Every time that you turn on your Etrike, it will set the PAS level to 0. If you want to increase the PAS level to 1 or 2, you can push the plus button. If you want to go back to level 2 or level 1, push the minus button. If you want to enter to the Etrike settings, just click the power button. You can move up and down using the plus and the minus button. But don't worry, we already set everything for you. If you want to light up the headlight, hold the plus button for 3 seconds. You will see a sign here that will turn on the headlight and the tail light. If you want to turn off both, just hold the plus button for 3 seconds again. And that's it. If you want to turn on the blinker, for example the right blinker, switch to the right. If you want to turn on the left blinker, switch to the left. If you want to turn off both, set on the middle. If you want to use the electric horn, click the horn button. If you want to hit the front brakes, pull the left brake lever, and if you want to release it, release the lever. If you want to set the front parking brake, pull the lever and introduce the parking brake. If you want to release it, push it back, create some space, release the parking brake and release the lever. If you want to hit the rear brakes, pull the right lever. If you want to release the rear brakes, release the lever. If you want to set the rear parking brake, pull the lever and introduce the parking brake. If you want to remove the rear parking brake, pull the lever, create some space, and release the parking brake, and release the lever. We're going to show you how to use the PAS. First, we push the plus button to get to at least PAS level 1. For this demo, we're going to use PAS level 3. Then we're going to pull the tricycle to this side so we can lift the right rear wheel. And then we're going to start pedaling, and you will see how the motor will start assisting us. And then we hit the brakes, and that's it. Now we're going to show you how to use the throttle. Again, this is a quick demo. So we have the thumb throttle. The PAS is set to 0. You can also use the throttle in PAS level 1 or 2 or whatever, but let's do it for this demo at 0, okay? Now we're gonna, again, lift the tricycle to this side so we can lift the right rear wheel, and then we are gonna gently push the throttle. You see that I'm pushing very soft the throttle, and now I'm gonna be pushing harder to get more assistance from the motor. Harder. Now I'm going full throttle. And now we hit the brakes, and that's it. If you want to charge the battery, you can remove this plastic cover and insert the battery port inside this hole. We have 2 keys, one for the ignition and the other one to lock and unlock the battery. In case you don't want to charge the battery inside the Etrike, you can remove the battery. Just unlock the battery, push this button, and you can remove the battery. In order to reinsert the battery, first insert the bottom of the battery first, okay? And then insert the rest of the battery and remove the key for safety.